Back on the Sportsmax Zone, and we're into the fast lane now in a season full of drama and controversy. Sunday's Formula One Championship finale did not disappoint. Max Verstappen won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, resulting in his first World Championship title. However, the story that overshadowed the win is what happened on the final lap and the decisions of race director Michael Massey, Formula One's governing body, and the FIA. The FIA is under intense scrutiny in the wake of the controversial end to the 2021 season. Now, here in a nutshell is what happened. Canadian Nicholas Latifi in his Williams crashed out late in the race. A safety car was deployed, bunching all the cars together and allowing Verstappen to change onto fresh, quicker tyres. When the race restarted with just one lap to go, the Dutchman passed his British rival to claim the most dramatic of titles. But controversy continues to rage surrounding whether the lapped cars in between Lewis and Verstappen should have been allowed to overtake the safety car, leaving the two rivals wheel to wheel. Here to discuss all that went down and subsequent appeals from Lewis's team is our Formula One analyst, Anthony Tyson. Anthony, welcome to the Sportsmat Zone once again. We have had many discussions in the past about F1 and just how good Lewis Hamilton is. I don't think anyone anticipated the kind of end to the season we saw on Sunday, although in the weeks leading up there was some indication that Verstappen would leave no stone unturned in unseating Lewis Hamilton.
Yes, thanks very much, Lance. Definitely a controversial finish, nothing that we would have anticipated, and certainly nothing that we enjoyed watching. The race director, Michael Massey, it is said that he blundered in two ways in particular. The rule states that all the cars should be...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hollywood Casino Independent.
The rule states that all the cars after a safety car, all the cars should unlock themselves. First, it was announced that the cars would not unlock themselves. Then only 4 cars were allowed to unlock themselves. That is a contravention of the rules. Secondly, 43 laps old, and Verstappen had on tires 2 laps old. So it was a hare and a tortoise race in reality.
Yeah. All right. In this part of the world, Anthony, a lot of people are, claiming racism and that Lewis Hamilton was victimized and so on. I don't expect you to jump to that conclusion. But what is the defense of Michael Massey in the decisions that he made? How has he defended his decisions? Because his decisions certainly worked against Lewis Hamilton, didn't they?
Yes, they definitely did. The experts say that there were 5 ways in which the race could have ended. What Michael Massey did not want, absolutely did not want, was for the race to finish under a safety car, for the championship to finish under a safety car. Mercedes gambled that the race would finish under a safety car based upon the time that it normally takes to clear up a crash. But the director definitely not wanting it to end this way. And I must say, the director has been under some pressure since the death of Charlie Whiting, who Charlie Whiting holds 2 hats. He's technically inclined as well as he is an administrative director as well. Michael Massey is not technically inclined, so any technical reference has to be forwarded to the stewards. He, however, has the purview to override everybody. And he decided in his mind that it was going to be a 1-lap race. So everything was crunched and truncated into this 1-lap race to create a scenario, big bang scenario for the final race of the season. They definitely could. I wouldn't want to see it end under a safety car either. The racism angle, I am not really buying it, even though it would seem obvious, but it's not. There's a fact that none of the drivers in the race wanted Lewis really to win, except for Bottas, his teammate. But no other driver has come out to say, Lewis drove a heck of a race and really deserved to win this championship.
Right, and Anthony, it brings the question that has been on everybody's lips: can Mercedes win an appeal? And this, I'm pointing this question to the fact that the sporting regulations, a lot of reports and research has said that they don't really cater to such a situation. Where do you stand on that?
Well, the documents are in the hands of the barristers at the moment. Mercedes will win the appeal. However, the decision to name Max Verstappen as world champion will not change because he actually passed Lewis on track. So that decision will remain as is.
Yeah, and with a situation like this, do you get the sense that F1 rules, you know, they're not very black and white, and they need to address this in the future?
Definitely. Let me tell you what has happened.
Yeah.
Charlie Whiting, who died earlier this year, was seen as the man with all the experience who could make the right decision under pressure. Michael Massey has been pressured by two high-powered teams, the Red Bull team and the Mercedes team. So he has basically been badgered and he blundered in the end. What this could probably lead to is some twisting of the rules for the future.
Yeah.
Because this has all come about with a new owner for Formula One, Liberty. Probably if the previous owner had been there, he would have been forceful enough to have gotten another result out of it. But in the end, it was a fantastic season, which ended with a poof.
Yeah, and as we get ready to wrap, a quick response to this one. Do you see Lewis Hamilton bouncing back from this situation, especially for his fans who love him and would love to see him have a successful 2022 season?
Well, one thing about Lewis, he has always responded to adversity in the highest possible way. He's going to lift his game next year. Eddie Jordan, the former Formula One racer, has stated that Hamilton is a little bit too soft. And I thought instead of staying on the driving line, he could have middled the track and put up a little bit more opposition because he was facing a guy on brand new tires, you know, but he kept his line and Verstappen just slipped down the middle. But we hope for some changes, but I suspect it will only be cosmetic changes.
Yeah. Well, Anthony Tyson, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to chatting with you again, maybe next time about a win. Nothing so controversial. All right, thank you. Anthony Tyson there, our motor racing analyst. We go to a quick commercial break and come back. Don't go anywhere.